Alright everybody in Rock Band Land, what's happening? Finally we get to do our review that we've been waiting on for digital camo skins. They just came to me today and that's what's in this nice big box. This is how it's going to get shipped to you. This is what it's going to look like. Let's take a look inside the box to show you everything we got. Now I have the full setup which covers every piece of my Rock Band equipment. So the first thing that we have right here is the mock bass drum that goes into the front. Okay, as you see here I have the tribal blue with my name on it, and then in the back here is the Velcro. We're going to put these on pretty soon. I'll show you how that goes, but right now I'll show you what's in the box. So here's the mock bass drum. To me it looks very good, visually stunning. Then you get a package that's shipped like this, which I've already cut open here. So we pull all this out here. In this little package we have the skin that goes to your Fender. We also have the skins that goes on the actual bass drum stand, or I'm sorry, the actual stand for the drums, as well as a piece that will go on your control module. And these are the 4 drum pads that comes with it. Okay. Now keep in mind that the ones I have here are for the 360. The Fender skin, by the way, does fit the Fender for the PS3 and for the 360. So everything would be made in accordance to what you have, which I believe everything product-wise is almost the same. What we're going to do here today is we're going to concentrate on the Fender. So let me clear this off. A lot of people are tired of seeing the drums. So let's concentrate on the Fender. Now all this stuff goes on the exact same way. This is he uses what they call mill vinyl. It's a very thick vinyl. I can even feel the thickness. It's very thick. Okay, so let me bring my Fender up here. Alright, here's the Fender. Now, like with everything else that we talked about when you got to apply something, you have to clean your guitar. I've already done that. So now he recommends that you do this in kind of like 2 steps. So the first thing he recommends that you do is you go ahead and take some plain water on a washcloth and you wipe the Fender down and let that dry. Then you go back over with some rubbing alcohol and wipe the Fender down in the areas you're going to be applying it, and that should dry. And I've done that already. There's 2 pieces to this one. You have the body vinyl, and then you have the vinyl that goes here on the top of the neck. So let's go ahead and do the top of the neck. Okay, he says be very careful when you peel this stuff off. Now there is some holes that's going to be here that goes where these holes are. Okay, so I'm going to peel this off very carefully and very slowly. If you don't, you may risk ripping the vinyl, as well as the vinyl doubling back on itself. Alright, now what you want to do is you want to line this up. Hope you guys can see this here. You want to line this up right over the top of where you're going to put it. See, those holes falls right off of there. Okay, so what I'm going to do, since they started, is I'm going to go ahead and attempt to pull these off, which I think is going to make this a little bit easier. And I'm going to lay the skin down face down so I can take these off my finger here. Okay, so line the skin up, go over the top of your Strat, make sure it's going to be where you want it to be. And then just lay it down. Okay, I want to move this one up just a little bit, I believe. Like so. Okay, now that's on there, like so. Then you want to go ahead and push from the edges out to get any air bubbles, if any, that might be in the skin itself. Now he said that there might be some smaller air bubbles and those will disappear over time. But the bigger ones is what we're trying to smooth out right now. And there you have it at the top right there. This one's already on. Nice and smooth. I'm gonna be careful not to rip it, but it is thick. All right. So that's just the neck. Now we have the body. All right, I've already started peeling this one here. Haven't gotten all the way off. Once again, this is gonna come off in a two-part kind of a pull-off skin here. I'm gonna be careful. So it's kind of like the first piece. What the first piece kind of look like. Now, if you look at the way that it's framed, you'll be able to tell what part of the body it goes to, which would be it goes on this side right here. Okay, so you want to kind of apply, just lay the skin over the top and apply it without really pushing down on it right now, because there might be some adjustments you're going to have to make to it. Okay, you can see that this cuts out where exactly it's supposed to go. This for the whammy bar. Okay, we ease it over that whammy bar right there. Okay, now you're gonna have a cord issue. Means you're gonna have to pull the cord through. So make sure that the skin doesn't touch itself. Put it back up here like this for a second. Okay, we're gonna make sure we pull this cord right through. You want to do that gently, not in a rush. Alright, now we got to reposition our skin here. So, okay. So now I'm going to go back up here and readjust this part. This is why you don't push down on these till you have them where you want it to go, because with the way it goes on, with all the adjustments, you're going to have to align and realign it until it's straight or like you want it to be. So it's starting to form at the bottom there. Okay, so now that the bottom is like I kind of want it there, I'm going to go ahead and press it down lightly so that it holds. So I can do the other side. Okay, now I'll go up here to the top. Put that down there. Push that piece over. Now I have an air bubble right here, so I'm going to pull it back up nice and gently. Just make sure it's where it's supposed to be. Reapply it. Cannot be in a rush to do this, folks. He even says this to you on his website for the instructions. Alright, my first part, my guitar skin, is now in place. Okay, now we move on to the second part. This is going to be the top part up here. Okay, this again right here. It's already started. Now this is kind of like perforated, so you can just tear around here, this part right here, so that you can keep the backing off if you do so. Like so. Okay. Now this obviously goes here. There's going to be a little slit that's right there that's going to come off for the effect switch. We'll go ahead and pop that out. Let's take the backing off here. You got to be real careful with the backing. The other ones came off. Let's pull the one off with the effect switch here. Okay, same way, over the top, line it up with your holes. Your holes and your effect switch on these things is going to be kind of like your saving grace. My effect switch up this way here might be easier, because they're already pre-cut precisely where they're supposed to be. If you kind of follow those as a guide, you will know exactly what's straight and what's not, and the skin is going to kind of fall in there like this one's doing right here. Now I'm just trying to get it straight. Like so. Off just a little touch. Pull this book just a little bit. Move it over here. You want to try not to stretch it, because they are pre-cut and made to fit exactly how it's supposed to fit. Smooth out the air bubbles. Do it like this from the center up. Just smooth out those air bubbles. Get those out of there. There you have my whole fender, from the neck down to the body. I don't know about you, but that looks way cool. I'm not planning on doing any play videos because there's really nothing to show you as far as play video goes. On the drum heads, they're just basically vinyl. If you guys want me to do a play video with the drums or the guitar, go ahead and send me a request and then I'll do that, but I won't do that here at this point. But here you have it. You can see the bar still moves effectively. There's nothing blocking the whammy bar. There's nothing blocking from using the effect switch, or from the start and the back buttons, or from the directional pad. So this is what the Fender looks like once it's done. I think it looks pretty cool. I think it's very visual. I think it stands out. You'll never forget whose Fender is what. And once again, it has my name on the top. Now, he'll put your name on it. He'll put your mom's name on it. He'll put your girl's name. He'll put your band name. Any name that you want on here. If you go to digitalcamoskins.com and request it, he's going to put it on here. This is just one of his designs, which this was called the Blue Tribal Skin is what I have. He has many other designs there. Okay? So that's going to do it for the Fender. Take a few seconds here and we'll switch over and we'll attempt to do the one for the drums, okay?